This video we're going to talk about brazing. I got my copper piece fit up and just a device to hold it. I got a coupling on this end. We're going to use the oxyacetylene tank. We're going to use our 15% silphos. It's 15% because it has 15% silver in it. We want to take our pipe. We just want to make sure that that's nice and clean. So we're going to take some sand cloth. We're going to clean that up. Cleaner the better. Any kind of brazing, soldering. I take my reamer. Make sure I don't get that edge in there. That edge inside of that pipe can reduce oil flow. We always want our oil getting back to the compressor. I already did the other side there. So I'm going to fit that up. Now this is 1/2-inch copper. It's not too big. Now I hold my torch in my left hand. I'm very right hand dominant. So that's the hand that I want my silphos in. Think of your silphos like a pen or a pencil. You want to be really accurate. You want to be able to get that where you need it to go. You don't have to be as precise with the torch side. So I tend to hold my brazing rod in my right hand. So when we start heating that up, I like to take my brazing rod and I'll heat it up a little bit and just bend that at a 90-degree angle. That keeps my hands out of the way of that flame. Lets me work that brazing rod around the pipe a little bit better. When we heat up that joint, I'm going to put most of my heat on the coupling because that's going to be double wall thickness. So we're going to have to put a little more heat on that than we would our regular pipe. Once that starts to get warm enough, I take my brazing rod and I can just go around that pipe. Now this side isn't going to take as much heat because we've already soldered the other side in, brazed it in, so I can just go around, make sure all those gaps are filled in. If we take and cool this off, I do have nitrogen flowing through this pipe. We always want to use nitrogen when we're brazing. Keeps that pipe from getting carbon buildup. Get carbon buildup in that pipe, it's going to flow through the system. I'm just going to cool this off a little bit. So you can see. Now that that's cooled off, we can actually see how that solder is penetrated through that joint. I did this one previously, and you can see how much penetration we get with that solder. If you are going to use a rag to cool off your joint, make sure there's no holes in it. Quench rags are like toilet paper. You're going to know if there's a hole in it. But I can inspect that joint, make sure that everything is filled in nice. I don't want to see any gaps or anything in there. And when we're doing it, we want about 60% of the heat on the coupling, about 40% on the pipe going into it.